Well, the next time you buy sunscreen, you may notice a change on the labeling because last year the Food and Drug Administration announced changes that would be made to the SPF number as well as labeling sunscreen as waterproof. To explain what all of these changes mean, we want to introduce you to Dr. Daniel Asbury, the Vice President and Medical Director for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona. It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Every year, as parents and people, we start to pull out the old stuff and go, there might be a little bit left, and then we look at it, and it's kind of like this re-awareness that we have to establish about how best to protect our skin. So explain to me about these new recommendations.
The FDA has come out with some new labeling and requirements that are to give better information to consumers so they can make better choices. The labeling now will not be able to have terms like sunblock or waterproof or sweatproof. These give more expectations of what these products can actually do than they really can. They can use water resistant or sweat resistant. And if they do, they have to back it up with testing that shows that, as well as give instructions on when to reapply it. Because even though they may be resistant to sweat or water, they still have to be reapplied.
Well, this is really near and dear to my heart because I dropped my little guy off at the sitter this morning, and she said, we're going to the splash pad. And I said, okay, well, there's some sunscreen in there. And the sunscreen was from last year. And I think on the label it said broad spectrum, and it was like 50 or 65 SPF. Is there such a thing, or am I just kind of buying into like some numbers that really don't deliver?
The SPF is a sun protection factor, and what it does is measure the effectiveness of the sunblock to protect you from sunburn.
Okay, but they go up so high.
They go up so high, and actually the labeling is going to be changing, and the SPF is going to go up to 50 and no beyond.
Okay.
There's not a lot of literature that supports that beyond 50 that you're actually getting that much more benefit.
What about that broad spectrum that it said on my label?
The sun's rays, there are actually two types of ultraviolet radiation, B and A. And broad spectrum must protect against both the B and the A.
And we need to do that? We want to do that?
We absolutely do. UVB is mainly the cause of sunburn. A goes deeper into the skin and puts you at higher risk for skin cancer as well as premature aging of the skin.
Now having done this show for a few years, I've learned a couple of little terms that, quite frankly, I forget what they mean from kind of season to season when we're much more aware. Zinc, and then was like zinc
oxide.
Zinc oxide. What does that mean in these new regulations, and what should I be looking for in the labeling?
The chemicals are pretty much the same, and zinc oxide is one of those. It's a protectant. So what you want to look for is it broad spectrum, and does it have a SPF of 15 or greater?
15 or greater?
15 or greater.
Okay.
If you have sensitive skin or you've had skin cancer, you want to go and push the SPF towards the 50.
Towards the 50. And but it, like, let's say right here where it says active ingredients, avobenzone, and it has all these. Is there any one ingredient that we should be looking for with a certain percentage that's going to give us the best defense?
No.
No.
The ingredients are going to be a lot the same from one brand to the next.
Okay.
But it's the broad spectrum and the SPF that you have to focus on.
Okay, that makes it so easy. And then, of course, we need to take other precautions to hydrate and to cover our skin as well.
Absolutely. The sunscreens are part of an overall package to protect your skin. Protective clothing. We in Arizona like our tank tops, our shorts, and our flip-flops, but that exposes our skin to more radiation. So covering up, and there are lightweight clothing that have SPF factors to them that you should be wearing. There are clothes also like this one here that you can use in the pool that has SPF factors as well.
Right. I think I had heard about those, within the last couple of years, and every year they become more readily available, even in big box stores. So that's good news for us here.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what I use. I use the long sleeve that go down to my wrist and cover me up to the neck, so everything else gets sunblocked, but not under the shirt.
Well, and it's easier too, isn't it? Let's just be honest.
It's a lot easier. It's not as messy.
All right. Well, I'll look for the guy out by the pool with the long sleeve up here and covered. Well, have a great summer. We appreciate you coming in and teaching us.
Thank you very much.
We're going to have more information about this topic on SonoraLiving.com.